Welcome back to Game 2 of this WC3 series between Chaemiko and TeD. Game 1, I noticed I was pretty rambly in the cast, but that's, I guess, how I usually am anyway. I'll try to be a little more conservative this time around. We shall see. As we are on the map Tidehunters for the second game. This is a best 3, so if TeD does manage to even things up, we'll obviously go into a game 3, but we shall see. The game 1 was very close, a lot closer than I expected, initially thinking, because just how TeD was able to keep in it despite being harassed like a lot. Sure, he did a lot of harassment in Chaemiko's main base as well, but he did burn a TP scrolls every time he did it, so like it kind of was an equal trade. Chaemiko, on the other hand, expansion only got harassed like once. After that, it just free farmed for the entirety of the game, and that's pretty much all I could really mention, honestly. Destroyers did a lot of damage that game, but surprisingly enough, so did just the entirety of the human army. That is kind of the benefit of Inner Fire, I guess, as we are just gonna go into this game. TeD spawning in as the blue undead in the bottom right, Chaemiko, the red human in the top left here. TeD gonna place down the Eternal Relics. Altar of Darkness is a bit late, but I don't think it's going to mean a Tavern Hero start here. We will see, as I forgot the overlay once again. Dreadlord first for the undead side, so a different take this time around. We are going to be focusing a lot more on those ghouls, so we'll be seeing the graveyard a lot later than normal. As Chaemiko just going to go for that early Footman Scout there. A bit risky considering the Dreadlord can easily sleep surround the Footman, but this is basically what the Scout is intended for, to see whether or not your opponent's going to go mass farming heavy or just going standard. We shall see, as the Dreadlord should pop out very soon. He should go for the sleep surround. Whether or not Chaemiko is going to react in time, I don't know. But yeah, he's just sticking around the altar just to check. There we go with the sleep, and we should have an easy surround here for the ghouls. There we go. Yep, there we go, waking up. And Chaemiko is going to lose himself a Footman for his troubles, but at least he knows his opponent is Dreadlord first. So, perhaps the playstyle is going to be a little different. Maybe not harass at all, because you could risk losing a couple units to that sleep. And we might just have an early expansion here, since your opponent should ideally just be focusing on farming as well, since you are Dreadlord first. Seems like both sides have intentions of going for that expansion first. We shall see if that actually changes the army compositions that both sides plays. Sea Turtle Camp is gonna go down for both sides. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a Sea Turtle here. And expansions have been placed down. I'm pretty sure there was a Sea Turtle camp here. It should be mirrored, but I guess it was just the, yeah, because the skeleton's not there, but I'm assuming it's just because of the Rod of Necromancy. Sleep onto the Archmage there. A bit unlucky. Definitely shouldn't have been by herself. The Elemental could have also woken up the Archmage as well, but the surround was pretty much there, so TP scroll usage was inevitable. And yeah, we're gonna try to defend this expansion. Scout Tower is gonna go down as it was trying to go into an Arcane Tower form, but I mean that's just a lot of units for TeD. Level 2 is Carrion Swarm. He probably wants a good lineup before using it, but it seems like he is not going to be pulling the trigger just yet. Gold mine about to be completed very soon, as well as both sides should have started the tier 2 maybe. Not quite yet.
Players' forces are under attack.
I believe TeD is about to go to tier 2 or start tier 2 very soon, but Chaemiko is not looking good in terms of resources right now, so I have no idea what he is looking for. Maybe just more towers, because right now he is being harassed a lot. And the sad thing is he really can't do much about it. He will lose a couple of footmen, not footmen, a couple of militia, and potentially a tower once again. Sweeps around onto the Archmage there, but I don't think it's going to be enough DPS to force her to get out, if she even could. No TP scroll available. She does have a TP staff, but it can get easily interrupted by a sleep, but the Dreadlord is now out of mana, so that is crucial for this particular timing of the game. No early hero kills just quite yet. But yeah, Graveyard is going to get placed down. We do have a second crypt on the way. We are going really heavy into those ghouls. But obviously they won't prove too useful until they get that Frenzy upgrade, which is unfortunately locked at... Oh, actually, is Frenzy locked at tier 3 now? I actually can't remember. I've been away for so long. Either way, ghouls are going to surround the elemental, which is about to get expired anyway, so that was kind of wasted efforts there. Second crypt is going to get cancelled, as there are way too many footmen to outbuild out of. Chaemiko is going to lose himself an elemental early? No, he's actually going to go for a surround onto the Archmage there. TP staff trying to be used, but once again no mana from the Dreadlord, so very lucky on the Archmage side there. TeD should have definitely had at least a second sleep available before he actually tried to use it. But the attack has been thwarted yet again. The second crypt is going to have to get placed down once again, but yeah, it was placed down on the expansion there. Necropolis does get completed on this side as well, spreading the blight around, as we do have a sleep surround on the footman once again. Dreadlord halfway to level 3. Meanwhile, Chaemiko, what is he doing? He is very close to keep tech here. Blacksmith about to be completed as well, so should just be seeing a Rifleman coming out, unless he goes for some workshop units.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, not sure. Rifleman might be decent against these ghouls. Probably not against frenzy ghouls, but Chaemiko, his blacksmith, is going to take a bit of a beating there, but it is about... Oh, it's not actually going to get completed anytime soon. He actually pulled his peasant away from the construction, so that was weird. But we do have a counterattack from Chaemiko. He is going to try to scare his opponent, it seems, by Wand of Illusioning his elementals. Archmage does TP staff into the fray, but she does have a TP scroll just in case. TeD is going to lose himself a Ziggurat, it seems. I'm not sure how impactful that's going to be, since he has plenty of supply cap available. Footman does go down, and Chaemiko is just going to try to run away. Sleeps surround once again onto the Archmage. Gonna pop an invuln, which is a bit odd. Definitely should just pop that TP scroll rather than using both, but I guess he does pick up a couple of ghouls for his troubles. Right. I guess the upside is that he was able to delay his opponent's gold farming a little bit. It's a bit of a weird trait though, since he did burn both the invuln as well as the TP scroll, so yeah, it was a pretty costly decision from Chaemiko. Death Knight does actually get trained up as a second hero as well. Deathcore, to try to finish off that footman, is going to be forced to use a Carrion Swarm to finish the job there. But now TeD no longer has any mana on the Dreadlord. What are these? Enraged Elementals. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Mountain King second. So standard for Chaemiko, but TeD with the Dreadlord Death Knight combo here. Yeah, unfortunately not really playing to the strengths of the Dreadlord, which is to farm very heavily on. I expected at least a level 4 Dreadlord at this point, but having to do a lot of harassment and defending, he has kind of stagnated to only level 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
Footman Scout here, basically sacrificial lamb, is going to donate a bit of experience over, but he does now know that the third and final hero is going to be that Lich for TeD, so Nova Coil Carrion Swarm is definitely on the table here. As Chaemiko just rushed tier 3 into that double Griffin Aviary. I guess that's what the Blacksmith was for, so +1 armor on those Dragonhawk Riders. A bit of a risk considering TeD does have a couple of Crypt Fiends available, but probably not enough to deal with double pumping out those Griffins. +1/+1 upgrade on those Griffins there. We are gonna have a bit of a pincer. I don't know if web has been researched or not, but we will see it eventually. Chaemiko does not want to actually reveal his current army comp right now. Wow, pumping out 4 Griffins on the queue there. Chaemiko is super duper rich, in fact. 57 supply versus TeD, who is at 65, but he is also at 2 bases. He actually goes for a Boneyard as well. Boneyard, after the recent patch, which was like several months ago, no longer requires the sack pit, so yeah, going straight into that Boneyard Frostworm combo. We'll see how it does. We do have 4 Griffins in the air going straight after that Lich, in fact. Yikes, the amount of DPS burst he has is so much, Deathcoil is not able to keep up with it. Here comes the one Frostworm, but the Frostworm not really apt to deal with 4 Griffins there. 2 Griffins did get netted down or whipped down to the ground, but yeah, only enough DPS to take down 1 Griffin. So TeD, unfortunately, didn't have the best army comp to deal with whatever Chaemiko had. He probably was expecting the Knights to make a return, but yeah, going straight into Griffins was definitely a mistake. I'm not sure if he GG'd out too early, considering he did have double crypts, so he could have easily transitioned into mass gargoyles, but yeah, the score this time wasn't really close, but that was kind of due to the fact that the heroes didn't perform well for TeD, and the armor comp was just mismatched. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this best of 3. I will cast whenever I feel like it, I guess. Take care.